The mobile gaming universe as we know it was greatly built up on platform games, being the base mechanic that drove the earlier iterations of the platform. So in celebration of that, let's go through some of the new and the hot platformer games. And with an added bonus, they will all be offline since I know how much you guys enjoy that. So let's get into the video, shall we? Let's start off softly with MIWA, the Sacred Fox, a beautiful 2D style pixel adventure that follows Shimanobu and the MIWA, two characters joined together by a tragic event that led to the disappearance of an entire village. Embarking on a quest through over 15 levels, they must defeat a great evil to save the world, or something like that. The controls consist of a dash, a dodge, slash, and a double jump button, which works well with the precision platforming it focuses on. I found the ability to switch between the two characters refreshing, each having their own playstyle to complement the several puzzles scattered throughout the game. The game is a beautiful one with hand-drawn landscapes that really exhibit the Japanese aesthetic. It's a near captivating game if the controls weren't unresponsive. That's what I got from the comment. It's free, available on all mobile platforms and around 125 megabytes in size. It's often refreshing to have a new twisted take on a genre, of which the game Zombie Terror Night does. In this captivating side-scrolling action game, players are the architects of the zombie apocalypse. Yes, you form zombie hordes. With a unique blend on action and strategy, you create and deploy various types of zombies, from standard skinwalkers to menacing mutated monsters armed with poison. Your objective is to decimate humanity, but it won't be a walk in the park. The game challenges you to strategize, from scaling obstacles to strategically placing monsters to overcome human resistance. Visually, it is well done, stunning with gory pixelated atmosphere, accompanied by intense music, all wrapped in a 90s style aesthetic. It boasts positive reviews on both the Play Store and the App Store, reflecting its quality and appeal. It's paid and 168 megabytes in size. You know when you are watching a movie or playing a game and it feels like a psychedelic experience, like you just put in a mushroom? That's exactly how the next game on today's list feels. The name is DERE VENGEANCE, a pixel-style platformer that has one of the most weirdest stories I've seen in a while breaking the fourth wall. Although it has great praise from the Steam and mobile community, I think it's a game for people with a unique taste, because it will only appeal to a few type of gamers. It has a hardcore platforming mechanic that focuses on solving puzzles, escaping enemies without any real combat, more of a linear narrative experience with hardcore platforming to really get you interested. It's one of those ones to try out if you like to experiment or if you're a fan of the genre, but I'm sure it's not for everyone. Next up is ZOMBOTRON REBOOT, offering a compelling gaming experience that plunges players into the role of a rescue survivor navigating an eerie zombie-infested mining planet. The objective is clear: survive, manage scarce resources, and rescue fellow survivors. The game features a captivating platforming mechanic that combines running and shooting, strategically move and shoot enemies, making the most out of the limited ammo and environmental advantages. As you progress, you can upgrade your character, enhancing your strength and abilities to tackle increasingly challenging levels. Visually, the game impresses with its polished graphics, complemented by a seamless gameplay and an engaging storyline. It's a standout platformer that offers both excitement and strategy, making it no-brainer for fans of the genre. It's free, available on all mobile platforms, and it's just 72 megabytes in size. Next up is DUNGREED, a stunning 2D side-scrolling adventure title that packs a punch. You step into the shoes of an adventurer returning to a town ravaged by a mysterious dungeon. This labyrinth has ensnared all its residents, and it's up to you to dive in, defeat hordes of enemies, battle bosses, and rescue the kidnapped townfolk in the process. Each time you venture into this ever-changing dungeon, you're equipped with new weapons acquired from the dungeon. But here's a twist. Upon death, you lose those hard-earned weapons. However, you permanently upgrade your skills, enabling you to last longer and delve deeper into the labyrinth with each attempt. The loot you gather from the dungeon isn't just for show. It can be used to rebuild your decimated town, adding a strategic town building and management layer to the intense action side-scrolling and roguelike platforming gameplay. DUNGREED cleverly combines these elements to create a gripping and immersive gaming experience. It's a banger of a game that offers both thrilling challenges and rewarding progression, making it a must-play in my books. It's paid and it's 198 MB in size. Okay, SKUL the Hero Slayer is next, and to be fair, it isn't technically yet a mobile game, but it is an incredibly powerful game that will be available soon. The game follows the story of an undead skeleton, the last of its kind, that is fighting back against paladins and knights that ravage the demon realm. It kind of reverses the role that you play, where you play as an uprising villain, which I find to be a refreshing change. What really stands out in this game is its breathtaking class-changing mechanic. Depending on the type of SKUL you equip, you can switch between various classes. Since it's a roguelike, you can experiment with different classes as much as you want, allowing you to find and refine your own playstyle. It's also a banger of a combat platformer, having the same style and level of detail to its combat with legends such as Dead Cells and Hollow Knight, with flashy combat that cleverly reflects the class you are currently playing as. I for one am very interested when it gets released. I hope its combat is going to be as good as it is in the PC version, and I'm probably going to do a review on it, so watch out for the review. It's a great game that I just can't wait to be released. When it comes to deep messages about self-loath and depression, few mobile games handle it as effectively as ugly. This dark fairy tale platformer delves into the tormented psyche of a nobleman, inviting players to confront truths that are as enlightening as they are unsettling. What sets Ugly apart is its unique mechanic that allows you to literally divide yourself in two, you and the mirror version, which you can control simultaneously to solve intricate puzzles. As I mentioned earlier, it's a puzzle/mystery style platformer, exceptionally well crafted with gorgeous graphics and atmospheric music, detailing the experience. It's a journey tailor-made for those who love this genre, and it's definitely a game you should try out. Next up is Playdigio's spotted masterpiece, Little Nightmares Mobile, grotesquely beautiful horror puzzle style platformer that sees you playing as a little girl in a yellow raincoat trying to escape a vessel known as the Maw, filled with child-eating obese and deformed creatures while battling with her own hunger. She will have to solve puzzles, explore disturbing locations, experience jump scares of all types, and battle horrific bosses. The game is a classic, and it hasn't even been around for that long, boasting of a beautifully detailed, horrific graphics that really sell the scary vibe that it tries to entail. It's pretty demanding, however, and will need a decent device to play it, and also offers controller support. Apart from its demanding nature, it's a pretty decent port by Playdigious, and it's worth checking out. It's paid and about 1.2 GB in size. Next up is a surprisingly underrated and downright neglected entry that I happened to stumble upon while creating this video, with a shocking 500 plus download count, even though it looks really well made. The name is AFTERIMAGE, an action-adventure platformer that has one of the most cool-looking combats I've seen in a while, reminding me of Metroidvanias such as Hollow Knight, with a mix of Isis level of combat here and there, with cool-looking boss fights, flashy combat, and a cool-looking story. It being this hidden really does say a lot about their overall marketing strategy, and if it plays anything like the trailer, I know I'm in for a ride. The story follows Rennie, a young amnesic girl and a student of arrows. As a lone survivor of her village, she is determined to find out where she comes from, setting her on a journey that might set in motion events that would determine the literal fate of the world. It honestly has all the makings of a great game, bearing quite the right amount of good reviews, with a 4.7 on the App Store, though the slightly hefty price might also play a huge factor to its unsuccess. So I'm going to try it out, give it a review, and see whether you should buy it. It is paid and available on both app stores. Okay, next up is Katana Zero, and I have to say this game is an absolute masterpiece. Everything about the game screams perfection, focusing on the style of the 90s retro dystopian style, with delectable music and amazing gameplay to boot. You follow the story of an assassin, a samurai wielding assassin, that has the mysterious ability to both reverse and slow down time, covered in a convoluted plot that is full of mystery that me telling you now will just spoil the game. You just have to find it out by yourself. I have done a personal review on the game. If you want to know more about it in detail, you can hit this right now on your screen. It was ported by Netflix and it has beautiful controls, not the most responsive but enough to give you a good time. Hell, the game is one of the best I've played in a long time. It's a very nice game. It's a Netflix subscription-based title and is still in production, available in select regions at the moment. Okay, and with that we are done with today's videos. These offline platformer games, did they tailor to your needs? Let me know in the comment section, and please like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Did you miss my voice? I'm out though.